Stop watching all those music tutorials on YouTube right now. Why am I saying that? Well, you're actually watching one now, but stop it and go and do some composing is basically all you need to know from this video. If you want to watch the whole lot, I'm just going to say the same at the end. Stop watching the tutorials and actually go and do some composing. So why am I saying that? Well, I think because I've done this basically, and I've fallen into this trap. And I think of what I would call passive learning, if that makes sense, which is buying courses, watching YouTube videos, watching them through, and sort of soaking in, and it's very nice. But at the end of it, then I just go on to another one and just looking for the same, I don't know, another little tidbit of information or another tiny little nugget that's going to make, this is the key. This is why it's all so rubbish. This is going to make it better. It'll be in this video. It's not like that. So if you're passively listening, then you're probably listening through and then moving on to the next video, which is not particularly, it's probably quite pleasant, but it's not, it's not actually improving really. It's not a good use of your time if you really want to improve as a composer. And what actually happens, I think, reading down here, is that you overestimate your ability at that moment to remember what you've heard in the video. And I think it's quite easy when you're listening to think, oh yeah, I remember to do that and that step there, and I can do that. And you just sort of assume that you have the brain power to do that. And in that moment, you're convinced that that is the case. But no, the next day you'll barely remember you even watched the video if you're anything like me, particularly if you've watched lots of them. So also within this passive thing is that you have an urge to watch video after video, basically due to FOMO, fear of missing out. You're missing out on that vital piece of information. And I think don't underestimate the sort of dopamine hit that you get from watching a video, particularly shorts. You know what it's like scrolling through shorts and things on Instagram, reels on Instagram and shorts on YouTube, those little dopamine little chunks. It's the same thing if you're going through loads and loads of YouTube videos looking for that perfect bit of entertainment or perfect bit of information. Also, probably what you're doing if you're doing this passively is you're watching random videos about music production, which is fine, but it's not really addressing any particular issue that you might have. It's not really helping you to improve because you're just randomly picking up bits of information rather than having some sort of constructive plan or sort of constructive pathway to follow. Okay, so to do this in a more active way, what can you do? Well, the first thing I would do is to laser target videos from a respected creator that addresses a specific problem that you're having. I obviously wrote that down because that's quite a mouthful. So laser target. So first of all, make sure you're listening to somebody that you really trust and know, somebody you believe knows their beans. Secondly, make sure that you are watching a video or videos about something that you actually specifically want to learn about, rather than just general stuff. If you want to improve, it's fine to watch videos as an entertainment thing. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you want to improve as a composer, you need to laser target, work out where your weaknesses are, work out what you need to learn, and then pick specific videos from well-trusted creators and work on those. Watch those. Watch them, but watch them actively. Stop them, pause them, take notes. Possibly do what they're doing at the same time as they are doing it is the thing to do. So follow along actually in real time doing it. If it's say a Cubase tutorial, actually do it at the same time. Rewatch it if you need to, make notes, make sure you get every single point. You can also copy the transcript into ChatGPT, ask ChatGPT to summarize it for you. It will do that for, I don't know what length, but it will do it for reasonable length of video, not super long ones, but that can be really helpful as well. So you're actually extracting the information out of the video rather than letting it just nicely float along and, maybe you'll remember it or not. And then the most vital thing of all is that you apply what you have learned. You go away after that video and you practice, and you do what you're supposed to, you do the thing. You put the work in, you put the time in. If it's something about learning how to orchestrate, you do some orchestration. If, you know, for example, you do the thing. And then you then work out, okay, well, is this getting better, yes or no? And you either go back to the video or you search out another video that might actually address that particular, you know, sticking point or issue that you're having within that topic or area. So you're being much more deliberate about what you're watching. You're extracting the information from the video, recording it by writing it, summarizing it, practicing along with it, and actually putting into action what you've learnt. And that is so much more effective than passive watching if you want to improve to be a better composer. However, I think to actually get better, to being a better composer, you need to actively listen to great music. That means technically listening, actively listening, working out how the music is put together, thinking about how the composer has addressed various problems and got his or her message across. Transcribing is an extension of that, and there's a video on that somewhere on my channel. I'll try and remember to put a link into this video for it. Transcribing is fabulous, but you're searching out amazing examples of what you're aspiring to do. So you know what the ballpark looks like, if that makes sense. Then, honestly, I think the key is to write as much as possible. I just did a video about overthinking and not writing, you know, sort of sweating the small stuff. I think you just need to write. And I think it's really easy to, rather than composing, to think, oh, I'll watch a YouTube video, I'll make another cup of tea, you know. There's a lot of inertia sometimes about just opening the DAW and writing something. That can be really tough. But if you want to improve, the only way is that you write. You've just got to write. You've got to write. You've got to write, and you've got to work out how you write, and you've got to just push through the pain to a certain extent, I think. And it's, you know, you never get through it. It's always quite a painful yet rewarding experience. It's the, you know, for me, it's the pain of intellectual thinking and inertia. Oh God, do I really need to put this amount of effort in? And is one side of the seesaw, and the great absolute joy and utter delight I get from it is the other. And it goes, you know, often on a daily basis, an hourly basis, up and down. But that is the way to improve, my friend. You have got to just write, and write some more. And thirdly, if you are hitting a brick wall and you're getting stuck and you really can't work out what's going wrong, then you need to seek help and do what we've said, either with the YouTube videos, learning from them, buy a course if that's helpful, or probably the quickest but most expensive shortcut is to get a really good mentor, and they will sort the problem, your specific problem, out with you and for you really, really quickly and efficiently. Hope that was helpful. Thank you for watching right to the end of this, and I hope to see you in another video soon. Thanks then. Bye-bye.